dusty path, the desert wind howled against the aging bus. Whispering ancient secrets wound tightly in grains of sand that draped across the landscape like a worn tapestry. Sarah pressed her forehead against the cool window, watching the golden dunes undulate as far as her eyes could see. The endless stretch of wilderness mirrored the tumult within her heart, an intricate blend of apprehension and an unquenchable yearning for something more profound. In her lap was a well-worn book, its cover weathered by years of hopeful thumbings. A frayed tassel nestled between pages like a steadfast companion. The words within, underlined with care. Psalm 23 offered whispers of guidance she desperately sought to embrace. Her fingers, slightly trembling, turned the pages in search of solace. As the bus jostled over the uneven path, Sarah whispered her first prayer, a barely audible confession beneath the engine's relentless drone. God help me. I'm afraid of what tomorrow brings. I can't face it alone. Her eyes fluttered closed, letting the words spill freely from her heart, hoping that the Holy One could hear the silent storm within her soul. Her mind clung to the psalm, a lifeline amidst the desert's daunting uncertainty. She inhaled deeply, allowing the ancient promise to seep into her weary spirit, fortifying her resolve. The bus screeched to a halt at a desolate outpost, marked only by a humble shack that offered travelers respite and steaming cups of tea. Sarah stepped out onto the sun-baked earth, the dust swirling playfully around her sandaled feet inside. The aroma of spiced tea infused with cardamom and cinnamon was comforting, reminiscent of her faraway home. While she usually preferred solitude, this day felt different, as though it beckoned for the comfort of companionship. She found herself seated across from an elderly man, whose eyes sparkled with the light of hidden wisdom. He deftly poured tea into a chipped lid, offering it to her with a smile that seemed to convey an entire life's worth of stories. "Courage, my dear," he said softly, his voice a balm on her anxious spirit. "We all travel through deserts." Sarah nodded slowly, the warmth of companionship loosening the tight grip around her heart. The man produced a small scrap of paper, worn from much handling, and slid it gently across the table. "A verse for your journey," he offered with a gentle nod. Sarah unfolded it with hands that trembled slightly, her eyes tracing the familiar words, an echo of the assurance she had been silently pleading for as she read. The weight of anxiety began to shift, like shadows revealing the blessing of light, and hope crept quietly into her heart, soothing her closer to peace. Confession and courage. Back on the bus, Sarah clutched the verse tightly, feeling a gentle nudge, as though a shepherd was guiding his precious flock. It was time, she realized, to face her fears and find the courage she had long suppressed. As dusk settled over the horizon, bathing the rugged landscape in a forgiving light of gold and lavender, Sarah bowed her head once more. "Lord of mercy," she prayed, her voice gaining strength and resolve. "Give me the courage to confess my fears, to bring them into the light." With each heart-filled word, she felt the heavy burden on her shoulders lighten, as if transferring her cares into the hands of the one who holds all tomorrows. The bus rumbled steadily into a small town, a place she had dreaded yet now faced with a calm resolve. She stepped off, each footfall an act of quiet faith, moving steadily toward reconciliation and the hope of healing. Light revealed, Sarah stood poised before the door she had avoided for so long in her nightmares, where fears lay embedded in misunderstanding and the scars of pain. Her hand hesitated over the doorknob, but the Holy One's presence whispered intimately to her, "Do not fear." With renewed courage, she turned the knob, stepping into the forgiving light of reconciliation inside. Faces she feared had been lost to her forever. Her family waiting, eager for the healing she prayed would come. She breathed deeply, her heart beating a steady rhythm, prepared to speak with truth and love, trusting grace to guide her words and bind their wounded hearts. Gracious shepherd of my soul, thank you for guiding me through deserts of doubt and fear. Comforting as a land in the darkness, amen. hands open to heaven. Acti, the echo of dawn. The quivering dawn unfolded with a tender embrace, its pale gold light, spilling like liquid transparency through the worn curtains of the ER reception, casting soft, ethereal reflections on the stark, sterile white walls. The cool air circulated a hint of freshly brewed coffee, though it was weak and lifeless. More a companion for warmth than for its taste or aroma, Sarah. The ER receptionist wrapped her hands around the cup, allowing its gentle heat to seep into her weary fingers. As she settled into a well-worn chair, its familiar creak offering comfort amidst the chaos. The incessant ringing of telephones felt like an orchestra of dissonant bells, each call a harbinger of another soul in distress. Her tired eyes drifted aimlessly across the waiting room, landing on a family huddled around a weeping woman. They spoke in hushed, solemn tones, their faces a poignant portrait of anguish mixed with glimmers of fragile hope. For a moment, Sarah closed her eyes, drawing a deep, steadying breath, and whispered a prayer from the depths of her soul. Lord of mercy, let me see them as you do. Help me remember their names, even as many pass through. Her words carried the weight of sincerity, rising like incense on the crisp morning air, a longing for divine clarity amidst human confusion. A prayer of distress. As the dawn matured into a bustling morning, the pace quickened, the once quiet hour now a sea of frenetic activity. A sudden rush of patients spilled through the doors, each with urgent needs, each requiring immediate attention, compassion. In the right paperwork, Sarah's fingers moved rapidly across her keyboard, her mind a whirl of activity, yet her heart felt the familiar heaviness of sympathy and empathy. A young boy, pale as winter's breath, was rushed past her by a father whose urgency was palpable. Eyes wide with fear, his whispered prayer, "Please, God, please," echoed in Sarah's soul like a haunting refrain, the weight of those words settling heavily upon her heart. Seeking solace, she ducked behind her desk for a moment, her hands clasped tightly, knuckles white. Holy One, I pray for strength. Let me be your hands and voice. Let these souls find peace in your presence. This burden is yours. Guide me today. Her crisis prayer spiraled upward, a desperate reach toward heaven where she hoped divine assistance would meet her earnest request. The turning of the heart, Sarah's shift wore on, the phones never relenting, the faces continuing to blur into a mosaic of anxious expressions and silent pleas. Yet amid the chaos, she felt an imperceptible shift, a gentle nudge from the divine urging her to stop striving and start listening with her heart. She let go, hands metaphorically open, ready to receive rather than run from the moment. Her heart softened as she began to truly see not just the need, but the person and their story behind it. At midday, the cool air wafted in with a family, the scent of autumn leaves clinging to their coats as they moved past her. A woman approached Sarah with eyes alight with gratitude. "Thank you for your kindness," she said, pressing a folded note into Sarah's hand before rushing to her recovering loved one. In the ensuing brief solitude, Sarah unfolded the note and read the simple yet profound inscription. Psalm 23, a gentle reminder that the shepherd of her soul was near her as she navigated the tumult. She felt the transformation stirring deep within, a quiet courage taking root, ready to embrace the myriad lives intersecting her path. Living with open hands. As the afternoon sunlight streamed through the expansive glass windows, painting the room with hopeful glow, Sarah found herself greeting each person with renewed purpose, her spirit buoyed by grace. She remembered names, forged connections with stories, and whispered prayers over the silent spaces that others walk through, tending to their hidden wounds. An elderly man, his skin lined like the bark of a wise old tree, approached her desk with slow, measured steps. "It's just a routine check," he chuckled, his voice carrying the weight of years. "But at my age, one never knows." Sarah's laugh joined his, their shared mirth blending into a brief, holy moment of shared humanities, filled with the gentle presence of the divine. "May I pray for you?" she asked softly, her voice a cradle of care. With his nod, she offered her petition, "Spirit of peace, guide this man, comfort him, and let him feel your presence always." Her words wrapped around him, a cocoon of divine love. Great Shepherd, thank you for guiding me through tumult and grace, for the warmth of your light in the darkest corners, for teaching me to live with open hands and an open heart. May each step be in your peace. Amen. Whispers in the dawn, night high, night vigil, silent hospital corridors, echoed with the sporadic beep of life support machines. Their rhythmic tones, a haunting reminder of the fragility within the pastel blue walls, worn by years of witness to countless stories of hope and despair, stood under flickering lights, casting eerie shadows that danced like specters of worry. Winter's chill permeated the building, biting through my thick coat, as if the walls couldn't bar the coldness from piercing one's very soul. I sat alone on a hard bench, one that had borne the weight of many restless bodies. Outside my mother's room, the door slightly ajar, spilled warm light onto the cold, sterile floor, offering a frail semblance of comfort. Her condition weighed heavily on my heart, each quiet second amplifying the thud of my anxious pulse in the oppressive silence. I clasped my hands, each finger interlaced with silent desperation, and bowed my head, yearning for stillness amid the swirling chaos of my mind. Lord of mercy, I whispered, my breath visible in the frigid air, vanishing like smoke with each syllable uttered. I'm lost, please give me strength, guide the doctors, comfort my family, help me. My voice cracked, shedding the veneer of composure, each word a fragile plea, rising toward the heavens. As I prayed, a nurse passed by, her steps a quiet melody of gentleness against the linoleum. Our eyes met for a brief moment, her gaze holding an unspoken strength and solidarity, a silent nod that spoke volumes. A flicker of hope warms me, a small yet significant light in the suffocating shadows of my turmoil, as if born on a breeze from a realm beyond our own. Inched stubbornly toward dawn, each tick an eternity of waiting. I found myself drawn to the window, the cold glass, a familiar yet unwelcome companion against my cheek, as I watched the pale gold light begin to touch the barren winter trees. For a suspended moment, time held its breath in the delicate balance between night and day. The nurse returned, offering me a warm cup of coffee, a simple gesture of care amidst the uncertainty. It's always darkest before the dawn, she mused, her words leaving trails of thought in their wake. I cradled the cup, its warmth a balm to my chilled fingers, but I yearned for more than mere physical comfort. I craved the courage to face the impending doctor's news and to mend the fractures within my family. My reflection in the window laid over the awakening world outside revealed a man clinging to pride and pain, the struggles etched deeply in the lines of his face. I whispered a second prayer, a plea for transformation. Shepherd of my soul, I untraded, help me to let go. Grant me strength to seek forgiveness and humility to accept it. Turn my heart where it should go. My words mingled with the dawn's glow, something within me shifting like a flower opening to the promise of the sun. Steps toward dawn, the air felt subtly different, as if the first breath of spring had arrived after an interminable winter. It seemed as though the Holy One had lifted my heaviest burdens, leaving space for new hope to take root. I reached for my phone, its weight now a symbol of possibilities. With a deep, steadying breath, I dialed my brother, a number long dormant, as forgotten as a distant star. The act felt like stepping onto untouched snow, tentative and full of fragile hope. The lion rang once, twice his voice came, surprised and strained, like a melody once familiar yet foreign. Words eluded me, tangled in the thicket of emotions, but in the new day's gentle light they came softly, guided by the Spirit urging me toward reconciliation. I'm at the hospital, I began, the words an offering of long needed healing, a bridge to span the chasm of silence. Outside, the world was transforming, the promise of renewal budding through winter's stern grip. Our conversation was fragile yet hopeful, each word a prayer to mend what was broken, to restore what was lost in time. Tears return gentle as God's grace. Her presence a balm to my wearied soul. Her eyes held warmth, mirroring the dawn, riding up. the drought's grip. The land groaned under drought, a relentless trial imposed by the sun's unforgiving glare, which transformed the earth into a brittle crust, cracking under the weight of sustained despair. I stood at my parched field's edge where the wind rustled the dry remnants of last season's harvest, ghostly reminders of plenty, now faded. Winter's cool whispers were just a memory, replaced by summer's scorching heat which seemed to sear not just the land, but also my spirit. My heart echoed the land's desperation, each step stirring dust, the ground begging in silent supplication for mercy. Cicadas buzzed a requiem, filling the air with a high-pitched symphony that resonated with the mournful cries of an unforgiving summer. My soil-stained hands rose to the heavens, trembling with the weight of unspoken fears and hopes. I bowed my head, praying to the Holy One. My shepherd, Lord, the earth and my heart are weary. Give us the water we need, I beg of you. Let your mercy reign upon this land. My words lingered like a fragile thread to the divine, each syllable a yearning, a plea for a response from the vast horizon of heaven. There was no immediate answer, only the relentless burning sun, yet deep inside a quiet assurance took root, a whisper of hope, the promise that spring would come. That renewal awaited the patient heart. The whisper was soft, yet it resonated with a divine certainty that transcended the still oppressive heat. A stranger's gift. Days passed, each more oppressive than the last, each sunbeam a reminder of nature's unyielding power. As I trudged through my daily toil, a figure approached, a stranger in threadbare clothes, his presence jarring against the desolate backdrop of my farm. His tired eyes held a determination I recognized, a reflection of my own stubborn resilience. He was a migrant seeking work. My heart swelled with resentment. How could I care for another when I couldn't even nourish my own land? That night, the weight of my fears was a tangible thing pressing down on me. The silence of the evening magnifying the inner turmoil, I knelt beside my bed, praying for a softened heart. Lord of mercy, I began, my voice fragile in the stillness. Guide me to see through your eyes. Where I see scarcity, teach me to see your provision. Where I feel fear, show me your love. In that moment of surrender, I sensed a divine nudge to welcome the stranger. The Holy One reminded me of love's boundless nature, a love that welcomes and multiplies even in places of perceived lack. The realization washed over me, gentle yet profound, like a spring breeze after a long winter. Welcoming the stranger. The next morning, with my heart lighter, I met the stranger again as dawn's first light touched the horizon, a golden promise of a new beginning. I saw him anew, not a burden, but a bearer of potential blessings. Come, I said, gesturing to my barn. There is food and work here for you. His slow, grateful smile warmed his eyes, sweeping away the hesitation that had lingered between us. In that simple exchange, I felt a renewal stir within me. Together we tilled the ground, our hands finding rhythm in the shared task, forging a partnership born of hardship. The scarf he wore, vibrant against the barren land, became a beacon of shared hope, a silent testament to the possibility of change. The first rain. Weeks passed as we found solace in the rhythm of shared labor. Each evening we prayed together, our voices rising in a chorus of faith against the endless horizon, a song of hope in a seemingly hopeless place. Then one morning, the sky darkened, thick with the promise of a longed-for blessing. The first raindrops fell like grace on the dust, a tender blessing on the weary earth. Tentative at first, like a hesitant touch, then growing stronger, they sang on the cracked soil, each drop a miracle in its own right. In my heart the Holy One's guidance, a promise fulfilled through humble obedience. In the act of welcoming a stranger, the earth would bloom again, as would I, as a rain soaked the ground. The seeds of hope sprouted, unfurling green shoots where there had been none, a testament to the power of faith and unity. Shepherd of my soul, thank you for the rain that renews, for the stranger who becomes a friend, for your love that multiplies even in the barren places. Amen.
Acti, whispers of distress. In the dim glow of the ER's fluorescent lights, Emily sat hunched over her reception desk, surrounded by the steady ring of telephones and the rustle of feet against sterile tiles. The emergency room was a cacophony of life at its rawest. Cries of pain, the whir of machinery, and urgent murmurs of medical staff in transit. Her fingers encircled a chipped mug, steam rising in thin spirals from her fourth cup of weak coffee, the bitter aroma mingling with antiseptic to form a scent that was both familiar and numbing. Each call, another name, another urgent need, each life a story breaking through the thin veneer of routine. At times, names blurred into a single, continuous plea for help, unending and relentless. Emily fumbled with the lamp on her desk, adjusting its beam in a futile attempt to chase away the almost tangible fatigue clinging to her. Her shoulders drooped under the invisible weight of responsibility, As the calls poured in, she closed her eyes briefly, whispering a desperate prayer under her breath. Lord of mercy, help me remember their names. Let none go unseen by you. Her heart ached with the weight of each life, each story spinning through her hands like sand, impossible to hold, each grain a testimony of human fragility. As she spoke the prayer, an unfamiliar calm washed over her, as if a gentle hand had rested upon her weary shoulder. Her fingers ceased their trembling, steadied by a peace that transcended the chaos around her. She inhaled deeply, the air filling her lungs with reassurance. And she returned to the phone with renewed focus, feeling the presence of grace in each breath. The threshold of surrender. Hours slipped away beneath the relentless fluorescent glare, and Emily found herself staring at the clock as if time itself were some impenetrable fortress. The faces passing by her desk blurred into indistinguishable shades of desperation and pain. Each encounter was a reflection of human suffering, and yet she felt her resolve dissolving into the floor, her spirit waning with each moment. Another shift, another name forgotten, another human lost in the crowd. This haunted her heart. In a rare moment of respite, she stepped outside, the cool night air a balm against her flushed cheeks. The wind carried the scent of rain, promising renewal, and the night sky was cloud-wrapped, void of stars and yet full of promise. She touched the cross pendant around her neck, its weight a reminder of a covenant unbroken, heavy yet comforting there. Beneath the dark canopy, Emily sank to the ground, her knees pressing into the earth as she prayed a second time. Shepherd of my soul, she began, her voice cracking under the strain of unshed tears. I am lost, take this burden of guilt from my shoulders. Show me how to see your children, truly see them in their suffering and need. In that quiet communion, she was met with an unexpected urge, a nudge to let go, to release the burden she clung to believe, truly believe, that love indeed keeps its promise. The urge was a whisper of God within her, urging her to trust once more that He is the keeper of all souls. Her heart lightened, tears mingling with the soft rain beginning to fall, washing her clean of doubt. She stood, clothed in newfound courage, the darkness now a canvas of infinite possibilities. The gift of sight. Re-entering the warmth of the hospital, Emily felt the air around her hum with a vibrant energy, as if imbued with the spirit of hope she carried within her. She approached her desk, the familiar chaos unfolding, yet with a new clarity seeping into her soul. The lamp on her desk burned brighter now, cutting through the shadows of weariness that had plagued her. As people moved past, she looked into each face, her eyes seeking what her heart had before overlooked, a reflection of the divine. She approached one young man, his posture slumped, eyes cast downward, a picture of quiet despair. Hello there, she greeted gently, her voice a soothing balm against the harshness of the night. I'm Emily, what name can I call upon when I pray for you tonight? For the first time she saw him, truly saw him, and he shared a soft smile, the first of the night, a fragile glow in the dark. Daniel, he replied, his voice barely above a whisper, yet filled with the weight of hope. Through the evening, Emily repeated the gesture, and her desk transformed into a beacon of hope, a lighthouse in the stormy sea of human suffering. The ER's noise remained, a constant backdrop, but now the names she gathered were etched onto her heart, offerings brought before the Holy One in prayer, each one a soul enveloped in divine love.